Hey everyone, welcome to the Debate Hub. The primary goal of this video series is to ensure that a totally new debater is equipped with the necessary skills to feel comfortable in a full round of public forum debate. In session 1, in Introduction to Public Forum, we'll introduce ourselves, public forum as an extracurricular, and the key characteristics of this activity. So, who are we? I'm Sam.
And I'm Frank.
And we're two rising seniors at the Corey Lane School. Over the past 6 or so years, we've dabbled in a variety of debate formats, but focused the majority of our time and attention on public forum.
So, what is debate? The first thing that probably comes to mind is political debates, the ones you see on TV between two potential presidential candidates. The elements used in those debates, like persuasion, the use of rhetoric, or being charismatic, also apply to high school extracurricular debate. But the difference is multiple-fold. Number one, the ad hominem attacks you see on TV are no longer welcome. In extracurricular debate in high school, you're expected to attack the merits of your opponent's arguments rather than your opponents themselves. Second, there is a set structure, a time limit, and even how you present evidence. But most importantly, public forum is an evidentiary format. The idea is we are all middle schoolers or high schoolers at the end of the day, and citing experts and statistics will mean we're able to engage our opponents with facts rather than our own assertions.
So, one common phrase you'll hear thrown around by debaters and coaches is that debate is a game. And what this phrase encapsulates is the idea that debate occurs in a competition setting where the ultimate goal is to pick which team did the better debating. So, the only way that an adjudicator can fairly adjudicate is by throwing away their original biases and inclinations and only focus on the arguments made in the round. As a result, debate is its own game and may not accurately reflect reality. So if I say the sky is red and Frank in the next speech doesn't respond to it, then for the rest of the round, the sky is red because no one has presented any evidence or another argument in contrary.
So, what is the structure of public forum debate? To start, there's a resolution or topic that you'll be debating about, and these resolutions change every month or 2 months. There's a unique topic in September and October, and November and December, and individually in January, in February, in March, and in April. There are two teams, a pro team and a con team, and each team has two speakers. The pro team will try to persuade the judge why the resolution is good or true, while the con team tries to prove why the resolution is on the contrary, bad or false. A round starts with a coin flip. The winner of the coin flip gets to decide either if they want to speak first or second, or which side they want to defend. Each side gets 4 speeches. The first speaker on each side will give the team's constructive and summary speeches, which are the first and third speeches in the debate, and the second speaker on each side will give the team's rebuttal and final focus speeches, which are the team's second and fourth speeches. The constructive and rebuttal make up the front half of the debate, and the summary and final focus make up the back half. You can make new arguments in the front half and present all your evidence and material, but you're typically expected not to read much new evidence or make new points in the summary and final focus. Instead, you're expected to condense the debate and collapse the debate into key issues.
So this is an example of how an ordinary public forum round operates. In this case, the pro is going first and the con is going second, but keep in mind that it is equally as likely that the con goes first and that the pro goes second. The pro constructive is the first speech. The first pro speaker presents the pro's arguments over 4 minutes, and the con constructive is identical, presenting the arguments for their side. Then, the two first speakers that just presented their case engage in a crossfire, a 3-minute questioning period where they attempt to poke holes and interrogate the evidence in each other's cases. In the next 4 minutes, the pro rebuttal answers the constructive. Similarly, the con will also answer the pro case, but they have the additional burden of defending their own case from the attacks that were just made in the pro rebuttal. This is followed by another crossfire, a 3-minute questioning period, where the two rebuttal speakers ask questions about each other's cases. The summaries and final foci will follow the same order, with the pro going first and the con going second in this case. These speeches are complex and will be covered in a later video, but the general gist, as Frank explained, is that you should condense the debate into core issues. As you'll notice, there's also a grand crossfire in the middle. In this 3-minute questioning period, both speakers from both sides can pose questions about the other side's arguments.
So here's an example of a resolution you could see in a public forum round. Quote, resolved, the United States federal government should ban zoos. So Sam, what is an argument the pro side would make?
So, one popular argument on this topic about why the federal government should ban zoos is that zoos present inhumane conditions for animals and thus they should be abolished.
So that's a point that the pro side can make. A point that the con side can make is that zoos should not be banned because they bring in tons of money for the economy. So this is kind of how you would normally approach a topic on either the pro or the con side. You would come up with reasons why the topic is either good and true or why the topic is bad and false.
One of the key characteristics of high school debate is that it's a note-taking activity. But you obviously can't memorize all of the arguments your opponents are making after a 4-minute constructive and then another 4-minute rebuttal. As a result, the only way you can keep track is through a fancy word debaters use called flowing, which is essentially just note-taking. The materials you'll need is legal paper so you can fit all of the arguments on your page, as well as 2 pens of different colors, one to represent the pros arguments and one to represent the cons arguments. Flowing follows a logical order where after one side makes an argument, the next column in the flow is a response from the other side, and the next column would be a defense against that response from the next side. You get the gist, but Frank will show an example.
Here is a demonstration of flowing in motion. As you can see, there's multiple different columns, and each different column represents a different speech given in the round. There's 2 colors that are apparent on this flow, a kind of darkish blue or black color, and a light orange color. Those represent the pro and con arguments and distinguish it for the debaters. So that's going to wrap up session 1, Introduction to Public Forum. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, we hope you share it with friends, like, and subscribe. And we hope you come back for session 2, where we'll talk about how evidence is produced in public forum. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.